BookTube, it's 2022, Sandy Golston back here with my January 2022 TBR, and I'm excited about January, I'm excited about 2022, and I'm looking forward to just sharing with you some of the books that I'm looking at reading as we begin the calendar year. So lots of excitement, looking forward to sharing that with you coming up next. So the first book I'm going to share with you is a book that I've actually already read. I got a jump on 2022, and I was looking to do something a little bit different with my reading, and that's why I jumped into The Love Hypothesis. So I will talk a lot more about this in my wrap-up for January 2022, but this goes down as officially the first book that I've read in 2022. It's different than what I typically read, in that it's kind of a romancy type book, but it was a lot of fun. Next up are a couple of books where you're going to look at it and say, oh, this guy's bullshitting. He's been talking about these books forever and he has not gotten around to reading them, but I am going to change that, hopefully, in January. So keep that in mind as I reveal to you these two books, The Castle School for Troubled Girls and The Ivies. So I'm excited about reading these two books. I think they kind of speak for themselves and what they're about. These are prep school type books that I think are really interesting. There's definitely some blood and some mystery and a lot of stuff going on in these books, but I've been thinking about these books for a long time, and I'm really looking forward to getting into these two books. I've actually already started reading this one, and I'm looking forward to starting this one. I might have to get 2 or 3 books going at the same time to really get this party started. But these are two books that are right up my alley in terms of books that I really like to read. So I'm looking forward to jumping into these in January. Next up is a book from an author that I've read quite a bit, and I'm looking forward to jumping back into. The author is Kimberly McCreight, and the book is Friends Like These. And this is one of those books that I really do like because it's about college friends getting back together. They've got secrets, and the secrets are going to come out as they get in sort of a closed circle type thing going on, and the secrets start to pour out. You know how that goes in these types of books. So Kimberly McCreight, I've had a lot of success with her in the past. Looking forward to continuing this great reader relationship here. Next up is a book that I've heard a lot of booktubers talking about toward the end of the calendar year, and this is a book that I've had on my radar, and I have been putting it off a little bit because I've had other books that have taken priority, but that ends hopefully in the month of January, and I'm talking about The Hunting Wives by May Cobb, and this one is very interesting. Just the inside cover. The hunting wives share more than target practice, martinis, and bad behavior in this novel of obsession, seduction, and murder. So that says a lot right here. And again, I've heard some really good reviews about this book, so I'm excited about jumping into The Hunting Wives. Next up is a book that's not really up my alley as much, but I've heard so many good things about this book that I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give this a try, and I actually picked this up as one of my Book of the Month add-ons, and that is Mexican Gothic by Sylvia Moreno-Garcia. And again, this is a little different than what I would typically read, but I keep hearing some interesting things about this. And again, I'm trying to expand my reading interest to take on some different books than what I would normally read. And this one, like The Love Hypothesis I talked about earlier, this one kind of fits in that mold. So I'm looking forward to reading this one. Next up are a couple of books that are going to help me to scratch that YA itch that takes place at either a prep school or a traditional high school, with these two right here. For Your Own Good by Samantha Downing and They'll Never Catch Us by Jessica Goodman. So these are two books I'm definitely looking forward to reading. I've had these on the back burner and I keep pushing them back, but I'm not going to keep pushing them back much longer. I want to really jump into these books and get these going. So two books that I'm really looking forward to reading, and Samantha Downing I've actually read before, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable with her. I've read another book of hers that I have not read, but I'm thinking that I might actually read that one too. But this one is going to come up first. This is one that I've heard a number of booktubers talking about that they liked it, so I'm looking forward to this one. Haven't heard quite as much in booktube land about this one, but that doesn't make it any less intriguing. Next up in young adult land, The Ghosts of Harvard. And Ghosts of Harvard takes me to Harvard, and it's about a a Harvard freshman who becomes obsessed with figuring out what happened with the suicide of her brother. And so I'm excited about this one. You know, I love books that are set on college campuses and boarding school campuses, prep schools, that kind of stuff. Just really interests me. It always has and probably always will. Who knows? We'll see. But definitely looking forward to Ghosts of Harvard. Last up is an author that's become one of my favorite authors, especially over the last year in 2021. And I'm looking forward to reading another one from Taylor Jenkins Reid. And the book is Malibu Rising. And so I've heard some different things about Malibu Rising, and some people are very, very high on it. And a lot of it's because people just really love Taylor Jenkins Reid, and with good reason. But this one is a little bit different maybe than what some people are expecting typically from Taylor Jenkins Reid. I don't know, but I'm definitely interested in this one. It is, I don't know if the 1980s, early 1980s qualifies as historical fiction. If it does, then I guess this perhaps qualifies as historical fiction. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to reading this one because I've had great success with Taylor Jenkins Reid in the past. So, hey, why not go back to the well again? So here you have it. I'm looking forward to a busy month of reading in January 2022, hoping to kick the year off in a good way. I've already got one book under my belt, and I completed that one, frankly, on New Year's Day. So excited about finishing the month strong, but to finish it strong, I probably want to start it strong as well. So looking forward to digging into these books that I'm really excited about. Some are holdovers for a while, some are maybe a little bit newer, but all are very intriguing.